Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here, and welcome to episode 556 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, DeFi has entered an LOI with HIVE, and both HUT.TO and BitF have reported their 2020 financial results. Just before we jump into the show, though, a quick reminder that if you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. Some of these include the Cannabis Podcast, as well as the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, both of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so DeFi Technologies Inc., which trades on the OTC under the ticker symbol RDNAF, has entered into a letter of intent with HIVE Blockchain Technologies Limited, which trades on the TSXV under the ticker symbol HIVE, for a share swap arrangement wherein HIVE will receive 10 million DeFi Technologies common shares, about 6.5% of the existing outstanding common shares of the company, in exchange for 4 million HIVE common shares, or 1.1% of HIVE's issued and outstanding common shares. The two firms are also planning to create a partnership surrounding the decentralized finance or DeFi ecosystem with specific applications around Ethereum and miner extractable value or MEV, giving DeFi a strategic stake in HIVE and a broader partnership surrounding the DeFi ecosystem with a specific focus on the Ethereum-based MEV space and development surrounding it. Frank Holmes, the chairman and CEO of HIVE, said, quote, "We are excited about this strategic partnership with DeFi Technologies and see strong synergies between the two companies. As HIVE is the only publicly traded company mining Ethereum on an industrial scale, we see opportunities in the work that DeFi Technologies is doing around miner extractable value and the potential ensuing benefits to HIVE." End quote. HUT.TO Mining Corp., which trades on the TSX under the ticker symbol HUT, has reported its financial results for the year ended December 31st, 2020. Highlights include a total revenue of $40.7 million, down from $82 million in 2019, but a working capital amount of $75.7 million, which represents an increase of 246% over the prior year. The company also reports a Bitcoin balance of 3,233 at present, which is a 17% increase from the balance on December 31st, 2020. HUT.TO CEO Jamie Leverton said, quote, "The global strength of our company and mining operations has enabled us to hold the highest amount of self-mined Bitcoin on balance sheet of any publicly traded company in the world, despite a difficult year for Bitcoin miners across the industry. Now, with a new leadership team, increased revenue diversification, and one of the largest amounts of installed capacity actively mining during this current period of highly profitable mining economics, I am incredibly optimistic about HUT.TO's prospects for the future." End quote. BitF Limited, which trades on the TSXV under the ticker symbol BITF, has also reported its financial results for both the fourth quarter and year ended 2020. Highlights include $34.7 million in revenue for the last year, gross mining profit of $13.8 million for the year, and the mining of 3,014 Bitcoin for the year. BitF CEO Emiliano Grodzki said, quote, "With the addition of 218 petahash per second to our mining pool and the increase in Bitcoin price in the fourth quarter of 2020, we ended the year on a very positive note, providing us great momentum going forward. Thus far in 2021, we have raised $80 million Canadian in equity, repaid our term debt in full, added miners to our pool to reach 1.2 petahash per second in computing power, and placed orders for 48,000 miners for delivery in 2022 with our supplier of choice, MicroBT, all in line with our growth plans for 2021 and beyond. With Bitcoin prices recently surpassing $60,000 and with over 500 Bitcoin in inventory by the end of the quarter, our financial position has never been stronger, and we are very excited about our prospects for the future." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss in investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music, and most audio platforms available.